Yes.
What's up, Tino?
Okay. So let's try. I think Titus uses SPX.x. Isn't that what you use?
Yes.
Let's see what we'll do with that. Try SPY.
It'll bring up a version of S.
So does the SPY track with the SPX? It should, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
So it looks
This is just 1/10.
that's why the premiums are lower. Than
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, but the market action would be the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it would work for charting, but she wouldn't want to purchase options on the SPY. She'd want to purchase on the SPX. Is
Yes.
that correct?
And the only difference is a digit, right?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
You get me.
But I still don't have the VWAP on.
Yes, it is.
You actually do.
But this is Spider.
Block her upper VWAP and lower VWAP.
Okay.
You can black it out or just make it not display.
Yep. And then lower band. Once you put that up, turn that up. And move the same thing to the upper band.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, so now you
So
have
not
just the
VWAP.
VWAP.
So am I trading on SPY then instead of SPX? No. So,
No, you're just so
yeah.
You're just charting off a SPY because it's gonna move the same way. It's just smaller. Remember I was talking about cash indexes versus the ETFs?
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the differences is the cash index that we use is larger. It has greater volume, it's just greater.
So, but it'd be hard for me to look here and go,
No, it wouldn't.
because even though it's 62, it says 6,000.
It's the same.
Is it?
it's just divided by 10.
Yeah.
So let's try the SPX again and see.
Try XTX X and then scroll down and see if you see S&P 500.
Okay. So SPX.
No, I just typed that in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But see,
SPX.
here's all the, see that's Nuveen.
That should work. SPXX, shouldn't it?
No.
Nuveen 500. Dynamic over.
No, we want CBOE, Chicago, the Chicago
Board.
exchange.
Oh, everyone's spending time on this.
We will.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to circle back and find a better charting method for you that actually charts with the SPX.
Try CBOE and see.
Global market, mini, bond fund, mini,
Hey, that might be it.
CBOE mini SPX index. Titus, you got it? Or those CBOE?
Are they both? Oh, there we go. Are they both? Let me see. What do I want to know?
Thanks, Mary. I learned a little bit of something.
Probably
Is it just short volume one?
try something.
It was here at the church. There was like 4 guys. They were pretty good. They all had like
I set up.
So just the SPX.
Yes, that's what we're looking. SPX or SPXW. And the W is the one that doesn't chart on Thinkorswim. But Barry's managed to. The Barry managed?
No, I've been doing it in trading.
Trading view.
Put the orders through Thinkorswim, but the charts on trading.
Aha.
Because Melanie has a trading view.
Ah.
Okay, so I
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, for today, you don't have TradingView or TradeStation, which I am on. Then you can use SPY for today's market structure workshop and lesson. I'm gonna do that. There, you're on SPY. Okay, so you can get the point here.
It's actually just connecting now. Dustin, the last
Okay, yeah.
Just not? Mine is.
What
Like
I'm doing,
I thought about running out to
Mine's
and
connected.
charging
Yeah,
myself.
mine is connected.
It's charging so slow that
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
charge
I'm
mine.
I was just like,
I should just hand it to you. You'll know more what to do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. We're live streaming, so you can rewind this and review. But for the sake of getting us through this in the next looks like 40 minutes, we're gonna hold questions and comments until the end, unless they pertain specifically to the
done some training with the guy.
topic that we're going to cover. We got quite a few topics to cover, but this is the entire structure of the market. So when I'm referring to market structure, it's each of these points, and then it's the same thing every day. So if we get these basis points right here, we completely understand market structure, and then it's rinse and repeat every single day. All right, yeah. So with that being said, I just want to give God thanks for the opportunity to get together with you guys. And we're just going to lean in for knowledge, understanding, insight, and wisdom as we position ourselves to be receptive to this blessing and access to the stock market. I am writing Luke 16:10 on my heart. Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. I'm pertaining that not to dishonesty, but just discipline for what we do. There is a discipline. You'll hear me repeat it time and time again. The number one discipline. I lost 2 trades this week, and I just hate losing. Makes me mad. The first one was didn't exit at 25%. That's a big deal. That is a big deal, guys. Exiting at 25%. Got greedy. Saw it hit 40 before I exited. And then I started shooting for 60. And then it turned against me, didn't come back. All right. So the 25% exit rule will produce 9 out of 10 wins. 9 out of 10. Why not 100? Well, I made one execution error. You know, I thought I closed all 10 of my contracts that I had at play, ended up closing 8, went back and looked, saw 2 was open. But then instead of closing those 2, the greed devil entered in again. And hey, let's see what these 2 do, you know? So again, going for those home runs will blow accounts up. You know, we got a base hits. We got to stick to the base hits. You know, I feel like a baseball manager right now. Okay, guys, we're going to hit the field. Now, we're going to stick to the base hits. We're not swinging for the fences. You know, that's what I remember my little league coach talking to me right there. You know, just get on base. He said, just make contact. You know, so that's what we need to stick to, and we will be profitable traders. I'm a day trader, so I do have a buy and hold portfolio, but that's, you know, for when I die and leave to my kids. You know what I'm saying? But what I do with my day trades is my income. It's what I do. And it's my new career. It's my new profession, and so I treat it as such. However, you know, just like with any other business, you try to scale up too fast and you blow it. Like, that's how a lot of businesses fail, is they're growing, but then they jump into something that they weren't prepared for, and then all of a sudden they're in debt, they got losses, and, you know, it's the beginning of the end. You know what I'm saying? When you try to scale up too fast. 25% is the discipline that I'm talking about. That's what I believe makes me a good steward of what God has blessed me with, is sticking to that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm expecting my son to be coming in. No, yeah, from Dallas. And, my prodigal son is returning home. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. All right. So anyway, back on track. All right. So that is where we are right now. We're just going to take a look at the loss I had on Friday. That was an intentional hold to expiration loss. I positioned that trade for a home run, and I've never lost a 25% trade, but I've lost more home run trades than I can remember. I think my ratio is probably 50-50, but that's a terrible ratio for a day trader. You don't want to be 50. You want to be more 90%, to 100. Like,
Your losses are small and your wins
no, the losses are always big. We'll talk about we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how one loss can wipe out a week's worth of gains. So all that hard work. Yeah, I'm still positive, meaning above, where I started. I'm still in profit state, but those losses did snatch me back, and in some cases it's always. I'm not going to say it's always good to lose, but you learn something from each loss, and you become a little bit more humble, and then you learn how to rebuke that greed devil, because I'm serious. Our battle is not against flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? So that little greed devil get up in there and it's like, let him more, and you're like, okay, and bad news. So I'm going to talk about how to defeat that sucker, how to set an automated sell. We just automated for 25%. And so, when he come talking that talk, it's already set, you know what I mean? And you can walk away from it. And I looked 5, 10, 15 minutes later and it's already closed, and I no longer have to fight that fight, right? Yeah. So we'll get to managing the trades, and we'll get to the exit rules. We'll get to profit losses and stuff like that. But I really, 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 really wanted to just take a look at I know the screen is small. One of these days, with all your donations and all that good stuff, we'll get a big screen. We'll get a big one that we can all see, and I can be at the dream like this. But for now, I just want to show this, and then we'll get into this. All right, because this is fresh. All right, so we have the pink line up here. I know.
I'm looking at? No.
No, you don't have this, I don't think, but I can move it kind of in a little bit for everybody to see. So we've got this pink line. My VWAP is pink. Okay. I like pink, hey. So what we're looking at right here is price opened up. It shot up. It shoots up every morning most of the time. Sometimes it shoots down. But you'll see these big red or green candles. That's the institution open, right? Or it's just catching up with the overnight because the ES futures, which is what we've been using as our precursor, trades 23 hours a day, right? It's London and Asia. So then we get to New York, right? But so the market opened, price shot up. It came down to the VWAP line, which it most times do at the open. It'll return back to the VWAP. The VWAP is the magnet. It's the middle of the road. It's do we buy at a discount? Yeah. Or do we sell at a profit? All right. So that line is what determines selling at a premium or buying at a discount. So anything that's sold above that line is being sold at a premium. Anything, what did I just say?
sold above is sold at a premium.
And below
Yes.
is at a discount.
And below that line is at a discount. Thank you. Keep me in check. All right. All right. So that is the line, value weighted price. Value weighted average price. So that's the relativity of that line, is because it's averaging the price. So that's how we know if we're buying at a discount or selling at a premium.
So what's the time frame that it's weighted over?
Multiple. So you can look at that line over all time frames, or you can use what we use most often is the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute time frame is enough for us to confirm whether or not I call it smart money institutions, right? That's the institutions. So that is enough time to determine what their intentions are. Okay, is if we're looking at the 5-minute time frame and we see a solid candle, then below or above the VWAP line, then we can determine what the bias is. Okay, so we can then determine the bias. So in other words, we want to trade with the bias, or the trend is the most common word, is trend. We want to trade with the trend, not against the trend. You lose like so many trades going against the market. Right? Imagine swimming upstream. You know, like you'll see a little bit, but you ain't gonna see much. Like most of the time you'll lose. However, what we want to do is use that line to establish the direction. Okay, so we use the VWAP line to establish direction. So you can see this is actually from Friday. So this is, what I was using for real on Friday. And here we see that the VWAP line got rejected. So you'll hear me on the live stream saying, oh, it's been rejected. So we're waiting for the retest, okay, at that point, because just give it to them. There's a lot of fakes. They fake us out. I mean, they trick us. They bamboozle us. They play us. And yeah, for real, like that is their objective, is to get liquidity. So retail liquidity is what they want, right? Because the institutional investors, he's smart. He like Wile E. Coyote. Well, now a Roadrunner kicked his butt every time. So I'm not going to use Wile E. Coyote. But they're wily, just like that. They trick, they play, they bamboozle. So in other words, they give a fake this way and they go this way. You know what I mean?
But they grab your wallet.
But they grab your wallet. Thank you.
Does that mean they're putting fake contracts?
Not fake contracts. No. They put real money, millions and millions of dollars to make it go this way real quick. Okay. And then they snatch it back and make it go that way.
Do they do calls and puts, or they're just?
Yes, they do calls and puts too.
They know they're going to pull it out. It's kind of like insider trading.
Well, they know. Yeah, I mean, they set their algorithm. Oh, they're high tech. They got algorithms. You know what I mean? So here we are using ChatGPT, and they got algorithmic systems in place. Right? Push a button, boop, there it went. Or you'll see a fast wick. There, the wick is right there. That wick at this top right here probably took a nanosecond. And that was a trigger.
Then go, oh, good.
No, money gone. Not oh good. No, your money's gone. Yeah.
You've already put your call in.
Yes.
My money's gone.
Yes, they probably put. No, they might have put. They could have did either, right? Yes, a stop loss. Yeah, and you see that wick? That was a fast wick. It happened so fast. One day I had it on a 1 minute, and I saw it just punch up real quick, and then and went the other way.
Clear out the market.
Yeah. They grab money. However, we got a strategy. So we don't chase it. That's what I'm referring to when I say we don't chase the price. Right? We let price come to us. So what you'll see, and what I always say, is there'll be a retest of the VWAP to determine what the true move is. All right. So you can see the VWAP, it tested it, it touched it. And then we see this big red candle. It dropped down. See the red candle right there? I know I'm a bit away, but there's this red candle right there. And then another red candle behind it. We wait for that 5-minute second candle. But, I mean, most of the time, that big red bear candle right there is enough for me. I'm at that point because they're committed at that point. When that 5-minute candle closes, that is a commitment to a bear bias. So, and you will see that it continued down. Like, I mean, it's not an accident that you see all these red 1, 2, 3, 4, and a pin bar 5. All right, so there's 5 red candles going down, and that's an actual commitment. That's what commitment looks like.
So each candle is like a certain dollar amount, right?
There you can tap it and see what the dollar amount is in that candle.
Yeah.
But what we're actually looking at is the time frame on the 5 minute and the color that it closed at. Right, the color that it closed at. And as we can see, the bear bias continued, and I entered the trade approximately when I saw that there was a bear bias. But mind you, I came into the day already thinking, well, I'm going to hold this trade all day. You know, not the 25% principal, 30% max, but I'm thinking 100%, you know, okay, well, I'm going to build this condor so big that it can withstand the entire action of the day. It didn't. It just didn't. And it got, I'll say worse, but, you know, I'll show you why. Because as price was going down, it went below my put line. So the puts go at the bottom. Okay, calls go at the top. So my call was fine. Like I was like several levels above. I was way in the sky with the call, but I didn't go low enough with the put because the liquidity zone. I had already knew that the zone that they were targeting was at 66.50. Knew that, right? And I went below it, but not deep enough, right? But it gets better because it hit the zone and it started going sideways, right? So it hit the zone, started going sideways, and then it came back up right here. And I could have exited, but with a small profit, but I stayed in the trade because I wanted the home run, right, the 100%. And so I knew that, okay, here's the test line. Because you can see it went sideways there all day, right? It went back up. It always attempts to go to the VWAP. So at the end of the day or throughout the day, price will always try to gravitate to the VWAP line. And so I'm like, okay, well, there's a strong possibility because there's nothing on the right that matches the left. Okay, that's an imbalance. So that's a market imbalance, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to stay in this trade because there's a clear upshot. There's no resistance sitting on top of it other than getting through this zone right here, this goal line. So I'd identified the goal line. Okay, so this trade's going to be sweet once it breaks that resistance level. Well, I could have also exited at that resistance level, right? But I didn't. And what happened? It rejected at that. It's like playing basketball and that tall guy just said, whoosh, get that out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. It's literally what it's like. Yep. He squatted it. And he squatted it right. He squatted it like past where it came from. So it's like not only did he just block it, right? He just took it and just get that crap out of here. It don't belong. So that's how he treated that. Well, I didn't personify this thing, right? So anyway, price went back down and we call that a pin. Okay, so what you're looking at is what's called a gamma pin. We'll get into that in a moment. I don't know if we'll get into that today. That's a bit advanced. But this is a gamma pin. So basically, like I said, I identified that the contracts that were targeted, because I'll show you how we can identify the targets, the probabilities of where price is going based on the number of contracts that are sitting at a price level. That's how we determine that. And it's right here in the options chain. So we go to the open interest column and we are able to see, I'm going to go to 6650. There's 6650 and we're looking at 16,000 contracts. So if you're a trader, institutional, And you see there's 700 contracts, 1,000 contracts, 8,000 contracts, 1,000, 7,000, and you see there's 16,000. What are you going to do? You're going to go where the money's at. So that's what they did. But I knew that. However, it's a zone. So it's 66.50 is the price. It's not going to just stand still for us, right? It's going to bounce around. It's going to go up and down, make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. It starts staircasing, right? And then it starts to just pin. And that's what it did, was it pinned at 66.50. There's a range of about 20, right, in either direction. And it started pinning between 66.50 down to like 66.30-ish, that 20-point pin. And because they're puts, it stayed on the downside, the underneath part of it, right? Puts, because you don't want price to go above your put line, right? So they dug in at 66.50 and just made price just pin right there, right? And so my puts were at 66.45 and 66.40, and so they pinned price right underneath my puts. Yeah, because they know. They see it. We see it. They see it too. So a better strategy would have been to go further below that level and collect the premium from the top side. So we get paid on both sides when we're trading the strategy, the Iron Condor. So we get paid on the call side and we get paid on the put side. We're actually combining two strategies in one. We're taking the call credit spread and the put credit spread and using them both to make a sandwich of the price. So that's how we get a range. We'll get into the strategy in just a second. I just wanted to share that with you because one, it's recent. Two, it's a good lesson for me to always remember too. There's things that, I'm still writing on my heart as a trader, my trader's heart. Let me get this out of here. Oops. What did you do?
Titus, how long have you been trading?
This is probably the third year.
Okay.
Or, I don't know. How long, Barry?
It was like just under 2 years.
Under 2 years,
You've
then.
been studying it for a while.
Yeah, under 2. But I had the opportunity to just really just do deep dives and just nerd out on it. And, I think it's fascinating, but I also... when I was in the UPS truck, just listened to it all day, 14 hours a day. Man, those are some long days with UPS, brother. And just imagine what you can learn 14 hours, 6 days a week about. Yeah, you can learn a lot of things. And so I stopped listening to music and started listening to trading coaches, different coaches. And what I found is they're all good. Most of the guys online, the coaches, they all have different strategies and use different this and different that. Some of them are a little bit more complex than others, but they're all pretty good. Like, I learned something from each and every one of them, and just collected what I liked. I just took what I liked, you know what I'm saying? And because I don't like... for income, since, the options are the way to go. For a long term, yes, buy and hold, definitely. But the income, it comes through the options. And then I started listening to different coaches, heard about the Iron Condor, and was like, okay, that's an interesting strategy. It's just range, because with the Iron Condor, you don't have to be precise. You know what I'm saying? It leaves room for error. You see your 25%, it's easy to take it. I was doing different strategies where, 25%, pew, where'd it go? It just moved so fast to where, and I wasn't like as sophisticated knowing like how to set my stops and knowing how to set my auto sell and and stuff like that. So, I was losing money, like trying these different strategies. And the Iron Condor was the one that allowed the most grace and the less perfection. You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to execute. And so then that's when, so that's where I dug in and decided, okay, I'm going to master this strategy. So I'm going to stop jumping around. I'm going to settle on this one. And I still jumped around and did all it, but then lost money, came back to the Iron Condor because it was the one I made the most amount of money with, the one I understood the easiest. Once I got the habit, like I had troubles opening in the trade at first. Like, do I buy a call, sell a call? How does this like format work again? So opening a trade was difficult, and then closing the trade was difficult. But I worked through those difficulties, and now I'm back to being a condor. Condors, yeah.
Are you always doing the closest weekly? Is that what you're trading?
Daily.
Doing daily.
That's why I trade SPXW. Or on some platforms, it's SPX. But the one I use, TradeStation, is XPXW, and it is daily. So you have to be careful because one is weekly and the other is daily. And so I do the daily one, and that's the one I use to do my day trades with and close out at 25%. So help me God. So help me God.
That program, the one that you show every day?
This one's TradeStation. And I like it because I am able to get the VWAP on the chart. Yeah, so I don't have to deal with all that, well, I'm going to use this chart for charting and use this chart for trading, But I actually execute the trades on my phone.
So you execute through TradeStation?
Yes, that's my platform. Well, one of them. 3 of them right now.
Okay.
Just so I can get like all the day trades I want. Because it's a long story, but however, so in order to be a certified day trader on one station, you have to have a balance of 25,000. So I spent a lot of money, lost a couple trades, and threw my brokerage account underneath 25. And so I like day trading, and I need more than 3. So I opened up various accounts. Yeah, give me more day trades.
I was wondering, so I was like, I thought that with puts and calls that didn't apply. It was on regular stocks.
The day trade? No, it applies on puts and calls.
Okay.
Yeah. Now with SPX, you're able to do that 12-to-1 trade, which I will do. That is the only home run trade I'll do because I do understand the gamma pin. So there's a strategy, the 12-to-1 strategy, that you hold for an hour and you let it expire. You don't touch it, right? Because, well, I just showed you kind of the gamma pin. I explained it a bit. So the gamma pin is towards the end of the day, the range tightens. Like you'll see, like we said, it looks dead. It's barely moving, right? So the range tightens. And then what I've identified is it's going to go to the highest number of contracts. So it was already at 66.50, for example. Price was already at 66.50. It stayed in that range for the rest of the hour. So when I say stayed in the range, I'm really saying it went 66.50, 66.29, 66.30, 66.40, 66.30, and it ended up closing at 66.32. And typically, on average, the number is 20 points from the highest number of contracts that we saw in the open interest. I showed that to you. It's going to, at the close, it's going to do a couple things. It could do a couple things, but in this case, what it did was it pinned at 66.50 where those 16,000 contracts was sitting, and then it went to like 66.29, 66.30. It started pinning. That's what we call a pin, is when it just stays in that range right there. And in this case, it didn't go any higher because it was puts, right? And so the institutions do what's called hedging, all right? So they hedged right there. And so they kept price pinned beneath 66.50 and just had it end right there, all right? So that is the 12-to-1 trade, and I'll stick to that. I'll do that one, wide though. I'll do some wide wings on that. The premium isn't that great. The credit's not that great, but it's as close to a guarantee as you can get. Yeah. So you want more premium, you want higher credit, or you want more money. Let's just say it that way. Then you buy more contracts. But the risk reward is like, oh my God, I'm gonna make $500 and I'm risking $5,000, $10,000. Well, the reason is because that's a high probability trade. You know what I mean? So the more credit you receive and the higher premium, the more risk. Because I've done trades where the reward was 3-to-1. Like I get $300 if I risk $100. You know what I mean? Which I would take that trade, but it's a scalp. That means like we're in and out of there. Like we're not waiting. I might not even wait for 25% on that one because the credit's so high. Why would I do that? I'll take 12.5 or 12% on that because it's the equivalent of 25, right? So in other words, I can go in the money for the more experienced traders on that trade, or very close. I can be at the money, and with the intention of holding it for about 15, 20 minutes, no more than 30 minutes, because as soon as price starts moving, you're already in a profit, and you take it. Because your premium, your credit was so high, you just take that, get out of that trade, and that's a good trade. But you go into it with the idea, like, I'm going to hold this for a few minutes. And yeah, I'll take that one too. I just haven't yet. But, I will. No more home runs. Except that 12-to-1 trade. That's got to satisfy my juices for the long ball. You know what I mean? For the big cut. Taking a big cut. Right? That's it. 12-to-1. So anyway, that's my breakdown on that. We're going to move over here. All right. So this is the market structure. This is the entire structure of the market. It's really not that much. My handwriting is atrocious. But I mean, there's about let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 things to it that overlap, meaning that each one really isn't its own separate category. Like when I'm talking about resistance and support, that's actually kind of one, But I'm going to go ahead and just start. Like we take a look at the current price. We look at how much is it trading for right now. And then we look at the developing range. Okay, that's important. It's on here. It tells us what the developing range is. Plus, ChatGPT. Let's talk about that. We do that every morning. It spits out different numbers for everybody. Isn't that great? So we're going to simplify that. I'm going to make it easier. I promise. All right. So I promise. We are not going to take a screenshot of the ES futures anymore. We're going to eliminate that. And what we're going to do is just look at previous day's performance of the SPXW. Okay. We can do that before market open. We can do that pre-market. We can talk about that pre-market. But we're just going to use the SPX previous day. All right. So that's going to give us this right here. Previous day's high, previous day's low. So we'll get that. We want to know previous day's high, PDH or PDL. Yeah. So those are abbreviated. You'll see that, like the acronyms and all of that stuff. But previous day high, previous day low, PDH, PDL. Okay, so we want to know that because that's where the liquidity lives. You know what I mean? What do I mean by where the liquidity lives? Highest price that someone paid the previous day is the previous day high. And then the lowest price that it sold for previous day. So there's liquidity in both zones. So you'll see me draw the box. This is the box that I draw, right? And so most times the A plus setup, you'll hear me talk about A plus setup, is at the top of the box or the bottom of the box. All right, so that's where we get our A plus setup, is when we're up here or down here. But that doesn't mean just jump in there. That means like that's a high probability trade. You know, this is what our A plus looks like. However, we do need to be mindful of what targets are above and what targets are below, right? We need to be aware of that because price could just push right through the previous day's high and end up at a target above there. So that's where we start talking about strike position. So we start talking about our strikes at that point. And then we know what the VWAP is right now. So we already kind of have a clear understanding. I'm always talking about it. Just showed you what it was. So I'll just shoot right to reaction, resistance, reaction, support. So we'll go to support and resistance real quick. So what that looks like in terms of the chart is, where's price? Price is at 66, what did I say? 66.32. Okay, so price is 60. Oh, it's down here. Okay, so it's the green right there. It's the green. So resistance is above it. So there's a level above it. Anything above it that looks like this, where there's a level, that's resistance. And so what you can expect is for price to test that. It could be accepted or it could be rejected at that level. There's no prediction. I don't know. Nobody knows, right? The institutions may know because they'll like jack millions of dollars into the market just to get it over the hump and head it to the next target, which we will identify, right? So that's the way that works. So when it comes to that, see, that's where I could have been on alert. It's like, okay, price is going to test this level. It's testing it. And it could reject it. And it did. And I lost. I'll keep going back to that. And another thing is, that's how I determine my exit out of the trade too, is I'm looking for support and resistance levels, because that's when the trade can turn against me. So if let's just say I get that little devil in my ear again, and he's talking about hold it. Well, before I hold it and before I listen to him, I need to look at the support and resistance levels, which I've been guilty of not always doing. I let it just test it, you know what I mean? Instead of, it's time to get out of this trade. That's a warning sign, oh, here comes a support level. Am I at 25%? Yes. Okay, I better exit, Sometimes it gets there so fast, though, that you don't really have time to execute, right? The close are the bidding. These are bid and ask. So the bidding is so like tight, or the bidding is so like fast to where you can't get the price you're asking for. Like there's negotiations that take place in these things, and we'll get to that when we start talking about managing the trade or entering the trade or exiting the trade. Because you can negotiate your entry price and exit price. You can change it, okay? And for exiting, we need to just calculate 30% and enter it and submit it. That's how easy it is, yeah. So we need to be disciplined in that regard. I'm talking to myself, like, yes. Yes.
You can have that all set up.
Oh, I know. Here I go again.
Are you saying 30 because it might be 25? Because then
I'm saying that if I've seen 25, I saw 30 for a split second. So if it hit 25, it went whoop 30 back down to 25. or 24 or 23. So it's going up and down, up and down. And I found myself, okay, I'm going to wait for 30. Oh, there's 30. Okay, I'm going to wait for 40. Oh, there's 40. I'm going to wait for 60. Like, oh, don't want it. Oh, God, yes, I know. You told me so. You told me. I didn't listen. All right, but anyway, I know I'm being very animated. I'm sorry.
Or can you move your stops up, like trail them?
Yes.
So like,
Well,
you could go, I'm going to move my stop up now.
not with the Condor so much.
Moves too fast.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, if I heard kind of between the lines, is if you put your order in at 30%, you calculate ahead of time and put your sell order in at 30%, it's probably going to fill when it pops up like that really quick. But if you sit there and watch it and then enter,
you don't have
you're
a
way
chance.
Too late.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the market wins.
So you got to put your losses, your stop, your positions on all at once. You're doing it?
Well, now see that brings up another issue: the stop loss. We don't really have a stop loss.
Okay.
Not.
You put your-
Oh, it could be a stop loss, or it could be a profit, like exit.
Right.
And we can't. I haven't been able to determine how to do both at the same time. You know, like on Thinkorswim, I know with the single leg strategy, there was the one closes the other, the OCO. Yeah, I know, but with the Condor, not so much. Not so much.
Never traded this strategy.
Okay,
You
so
understand.
but that brings us to the best defense is a good offense. Okay, best defense is a good offense. If we trade with the bias of the market, we will see 25%. I mean, it's really hard to not see 25%. I've never been in a trade where I was going with the bias of the market and I didn't see 25%. Ever. I mean, ever. And I've got, I've gotten like, I don't know how many thousands of trades under my belt in this amount of time, but I've never seen that. You know, you always see 25%.
But even if you're like seeing the candles go down and then you get in, I mean, it could just jump right up though.
That's why we wait for confirmation, because it doesn't just jump right up.
Okay.
So we wait for confirmation. So that's why we wait for the 5-minute close to avoid the jump up. Because you're right. I mean, put it this way. I've entered into trades prematurely. So that is what we call a premature entry. That is an early entry, and that's a violation of our principles, is early entry.
You ever watch the 1 minute and then switch to the
The 1 minute is too
confirmation?
noisy. There's way too much noise. That's not confirmation on the
Well, I
1
mean,
minute.
You could switch to the 5 minute.
I use the 1 minute for exits only when I'm doing it manually, because if if it's headed up and my 25% is determined by price moving upward, I will exit on the green candles, right? On the 1 minute chart, exit on 1 minute chart green if it's going up and that's in your favor. If it's going down, we'll exit on red 1 minute chart. But other than that, the 1 minute chart's got too much noise for me. Yeah, it's just way too much going on. Did you see displacement candles like shooting like stars, and you see wicks going up, and like I'm like, like I don't know what to do. Like I find myself like, oh Lord, this is too much for me. You know what I mean?
5 minutes still
I like it.
classic.
The 5 minute, I get to be calm. I can okay, I see what's developing. Okay, here's a possibility on the 5 minute. And the larger time frame, wow, that's like a really cool view because it shows you what has happened, in a larger time frame, which is a really good profile of what the character of the market is throughout the day in the big picture.
Right.
You get to step back and look, and see, okay, I see the big picture here. And so like this, for example, would have showed us, let's go to, So let's go to 60-minute it. This is 60. So we can start seeing like, oh, okay, this was a serious down. Like, look at all that red right there. That was, and then let's go to 2 hour. And then like there, look, toward this day. So we can see, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2 hours, what's that? 8. Okay, 6 out of the 8 hours. This is showing us that it was just, yeah.
Different time frame you're looking
Yeah,
at?
higher.
Oh, okay.
Higher time frame. Yeah. This is the 2 hour? Yeah, that's the 2 hour time frame. And so throughout the day, when I'm on point, I'm looking at the 15, the 30, the 1 hour. And then, as the market goes and as the day continues, then I'm looking at the 1 hour because there's more data there now. And then market day continues. Then I look at the 2 hour because there's more market there, data there. And it's just easier to identify like, oh, look at this. This is like trending down. This is a down. This is a trend. This is a downtrend. Oh, because the lower time frames, like the 1 minute, 5 minute, you see green, you see red, you see green, you see red. But if you take it up to the 2 hour, then it's all red. That's what looking at the various time frames can do for you, is it can really give you a truer perspective on what's happening today. And that is how we do that. So that was support and resistance.
Titus, sorry, I gotta run pick
Oh,
up
all right.
Bryce,
Peace
man.
out, brother.
Okay, I'll see you guys all later.
You can pick up on the end of this.
Exactly.
It's streaming. You know that. It's streaming.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so the institutional supply zones, supply zone and demand zone, is very similar to support and resistance, except the zone extends beyond the support and resistance levels. So the institutional demand zone, one, we can get it from taking that screenshot of and then putting it in our chat GPTs, which is another comment on chat GPT. We have to train them. So the more pictures we take, you could even take a picture today, put it in there, and see how it lines up your data. If your data's not like lining up like your smart money report from Friday or from now for that matter, then you could tell your AI what you want and how you want it formatted. If you want paragraph, you can say, hey, write this in a paragraph. I like mine in bullet points. I don't even like when it's in these like cells like that. I just didn't tell it to like reformat my cell. Yeah, I don't like that stuff right there. I just like bullet points. Boop, boop, boop. And then I like it broken down into a quarter system. So I like football, so it didn't break it down quarter 1, quarter 2, third quarter, fourth quarter, halftime, and all that stuff. So I'll tell it, hey, you didn't give me my quarter system, and it'll redo it. But I did, for the sake of time, I didn't do it this particular time. But we can train our AI to generate these reports the way we like them. Yeah, be it. All right, so let's see, support institutional demand target. Again, that we can get that generated from our chart with our smart money roadmap notes that I sent out. Those notes don't change; they're the same. I might add to them so we can collect more data. Like I added the gamma pin. The 12-to-1 trade, so it can now start formulating that trade, and we can take a look at it for the close. So that's there. So it gives us some data on the 12-to-1 trade, the gamma pin. It'll say, hey, subject to pin at this level right here, and then go from between 6,650 to 6,630 or whatever. But we'll recalculate that throughout the day because the roadmap does change throughout the day. So once we're able to target what's being targeted and we can identify it on the roadmap, well, then we should probably generate a new roadmap. Or if depending on our trading activities, we may want to generate a new roadmap every quarter. right?
Does that depend on the market action?
I think it would be better practice for us to just generate a new one every quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we stay abreast of the moves.
Okay.
Like, yeah, we got them.
Okay.
Yeah,
When
we
you
got
say
the plan.
quarter, that's breaking down the trading day?
Yes.
Okay.
I break the trading day down into quarters, and the first quarter is 6:30 to 8. Second quarter is 8 to 9:30. The third quarter is 9:30 to 11, and the fourth quarter is 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. And the reason I do that is because the behavior and character of the market. For example, quarter one is trap and discovery. Quarter two is decision and expansion. Quarter three is accumulation and distribution. Quarter four, end of day sweep and reversal.
And that's all part of your notes.
No. Well, yeah. Quarter four. Yeah, the 4-quarter system is in the notes.
Okay.
It's just the AI didn't generate it. Like, yeah. But yes, that is in the notes. And let's see, the supply zones, demand and supply zones would be in the notes. But we can also get a good idea of what they are based on previous day's highs, previous day low. We're able to take a look at the options chain, and what we do is identify where the previous day's low and high is on the options chain, and then we identify where the highest number of open interest contracts are resting. And then that's going to determine previous day's high, previous day's low, highest number of open interest contracts. That's where price is going, right? Now we know price is going there. However, if we don't know how long it's going to take to absorb the contracts, like I was surprised at how long it took to absorb 16,000 contracts. Like, that was a long time, and it stayed there. Like, I'm used to seeing a bit more volatility. But now if I do the math, price had moved about 85 points. And so that's characteristic of SPX, is about 85 points. It can go 85 points. Yes. And then it can retrace 45 points also, but it didn't do a retrace.
So it'll usually move 85 in one direction?
It
and then
can.
retrace?
Not usually.
It can.
It can. Yes.
You say it has a mind of its own? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and it loves liquidity. It eats liquidity like Pac-Man. Yeah, it does. It's got an insatiable appetite.
All right.
And it will devour anything in its path.
So liquidity, you're saying whenever you see the big jumps, right?
Liquidity is where's the money. Where's the money? This shows us where the money is. Open interest shows us where the money is. And so if it's in the range of the previous day high, previous day low, then we can pretty much take a look at open interest and start determining what the probabilities are. Thing about it was 6650 was 16,000 contracts, but at 6,700 had 53,000 contracts. So there were a greater number of contracts, but it had already hit 6,700 the previous day.
Okay.
Right. So there was still liquidity there, but you're like, let's go get some of these puts down here. We're going to leave the call zone alone. Now we're going after the puts, right? And so that's what they did. So that's why we don't try to predict. We just wait for price to come to us. And in this particular case, once the VWAP had been rejected, that was the highest probable target. Yes, most definitely. And let's see, back to the chart. Let's see, what else we got? We made it down here. How we doing on time?
2:15.
How's everybody?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, we can progress a little further. Okay, just let me know. Next person that leaves, we'll wrap it up. All right, institutional supply zone. We're down here though. We talked about liquidity targets. We talked about the pin zone. We'll hit the chop zone real quick. The chop Well, the chop's pretty easy. If I can get to it. Back to the lower time frame, 5 minute. There. Okay. So this is the chop. I got like these lines right here. I drew the lines. Gold line is the top and green line the bottom. That's one chop zone. And then there's another chop. Well, that's barely a chop zone underneath it. We'll call that one the chop zone. 66. Wow. 66.57. 66.45. Wow, that would have been like a good play towards the end. Just make a condor. The call's a little bit above the 66.57, and then, well, yeah, down at the. We had identified there was some contracts at 66.20, so could have expanded. And plus, we're in a downward trend. So when the bias is going down, we want to make sure the puts are
Far enough.
yeah. Yeah, that burnt me on Friday. I knew I had the bias right. But didn't put the puts far down enough. So we want them to be down. Like if it's so in other words, what I'm saying is a better entry would have been right here at the VWAP line, the calls a little bit above the VWAP, and then just protect it on the downside, because that's the bias. That's where it's going.
Is that the 12-to-1 trade you're talking about, or are you talking about like when it entered that pin zone?
The chop zone is that pin zone, the whole pin zone. So I would even get rid of this green. Let me get rid of this green right here. What's going on? Is that better? Yeah. Oh, this still didn't get rid of the green. Green, delete. Yes, so that's our chop zone. Top and bottom. The red, let's see what we got. Gold line and red line. That's what a chop zone looks like.
Narrow trading.
Yes, that range is real tight, 12-to-1 range. So that's the 12-to-1 trade right there.
So just to confirm some of those first, so when you're doing this iron condor, are you buying, like, are you buying call, buying put, or?
You sell a call, buy a call. So you sell a call that's costs a whole lot of money, and then you buy a call that only costs a little bit of money.
Okay.
And that's how you get a premium. That's how you get a profit.
Got it.
Is you sold it for more than you're buying it for. And the same with the put. You sell a put, you buy a put, and you sell it at a higher price, and you buy one at a lower price, and you get to keep the difference.
Got it.
That's how that works. Yes.
That's why you said it's the two strategies put together.
Yes, because the calls are a call credit spread. So you can sell a call and then buy a call, and you get to keep the difference because you're selling at a premium and you're buying at a discount. We'll just say that. And you get to keep the difference, and that's your call credit spread. Now, with the call credit spread, you're just saying that price is going to go down. Simple one. Yeah, I know. Why don't I do that? The condor's more exciting. I'm a condor. Like, what do you do with a call credit spread? There's no even. That's not even a cool name, right? What do you think? Nah, not really. Not really. Yeah. And the same with a put credit spread. But I do like the put credit spread better. PCS. Right? I like PCS, CCS. I guess CCS is not so bad. That's not a bad name. But the put credit spread is you're just saying price is going to go up. Yeah. I mean, it could be that simple. I know I make it all complicated with the condor, but it really could be that simple to do spread options. Hey, price is going up. Price is going down. And with this strategy, it's easy to say price is going up or down. But I swear, when you take 25%, this is easy. Anything's easy when you just take the 25%. I'm going to keep saying that because that is the rule. That's how we don't lose money. That's how we build. And then Adam was here last week. He even showed us the compounding power. Every 4 days, your money will double
Wow.
if you do 25.
If you can do 4 days in a row, right?
Yeah.
Because if you only have,
Yeah.
if you don't.
Oh, well, every 4 days.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Yeah,
Well, I know. I'm thinking about myself,
I'm
but
like
every.
thinking, which 3 days of the week should I do this?
Oh, well, then every 4th day,
Yeah.
you can calendar it. Yeah, do a forecast for yourself. Every 4th day, my money will double.
Yeah.
But don't forget to take profits. That's another thing we can talk about. I've gotten in the habit of taking 50% of my profits out of there. What do I do with it? I put it in a separate account. And I'm going to find I have a business account, but I want to make sure it's earning at least 3% because it just drives me nuts when my money is just sitting still and not earning interest. But when I leave it in there, then I'm exposing everything that I've earned and all the hard hours in trading and all the button clicking, you know what I mean, and all the strategizing. I'm leaving exposed for loss.
Right.
And I want to have something to show for my efforts and my genius. You know what I'm saying? So take your profits out of there. I do it weekly now, but I'm thinking should I do it daily? I'm not quite sure, but I do it every Wednesday. Transfer profits out, and it makes me more relaxed when I trade. You know what I mean? Just knowing that I transferred some of that out, and so I can, yeah. Because I've had times where I've lost my whole portfolio and didn't have anything left to show for it. It's I got a pair of Jordans, great. You know what I mean? Great. So now I make it a habit, take 50% out every week, and put it in an entirely separate account. No urge, that little greed devil, can't mess with me.
Every trader.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That sucker's everywhere. He's in all of our heads, man. Whispering. A little whisper. Yeah, I got something for you, sucker. Just automate that close, and we'll be good. So, pin chop zone, yes. We talked about the BWIC. Talked about put side. Invalidation. If we stick to the 25%, our thesis will always be valid. If we stick to that 25%. So I'm not really going to go into the drill down of what happens when our thesis is no longer valid. If you see that you are trading against the market and you got the bias wrong, you have to get out the trade. You cut right then and there. There ain't no strategy to that. I guess that is the strategy. You get out. You see, if you're going against the bias, I've done trades like that and stayed in it. Go, oh, maybe it'll come back around. No, get out. Just get out. Way less stress. Be done for the day or do whatever you got to do. Go for a walk, but going against the bias, you're going to lose. Yeah. I mean, the market always wins. So you may as well trade with the market because it's gonna win. It's gonna be here even when we're gone. So it always wins. So the stop loss in general, I'll just hit it real quick, is 1.5. So 1.5 of your credit received.
So if you collect $1 in credit, you're going to exit at $1.50 to $2. Okay, so 50% to 100% loss. Okay.
That's it. That's as deep as I go into that. Because if you got a good offense, you don't have to worry about that defense. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got today. Any questions though? I'm not in a hurry,
I'm
so
lost. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
sure they will
Why?
start coming up as more ideas.
don't go, wait.
Only because I haven't done a trade
No,
yet,
whoa,
so
whoa.
I'm trying to- yeah.
Whoa, I'm not letting you off the hook.
Oh, God. We'll be here all night.
No, we won't. I want you to give yourself credit for knowing more than you think you know. Are you familiar with developing range?
That's what the roadmap brings to us, right?
The developing range.
With the open and between
Yeah.
the high and the low. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you familiar with previous day high?
Yeah. That I get.
Oh, you get
Yeah, and
everything on
VWAP
this
I
board.
get. I guess when we're looking at this, we've made our determination and made our bid before we see the whole day. So we're still kind of based on strategy when you do your call and when you do your puts. Because you see what I'm saying? I mean, the
No.
day hasn't. When you do one, you haven't seen the full day.
No,
extent
have
of that
not.
Like you're showing me. So that's where I get.
So
Since I haven't done it yet, is understanding when to go in and when to go out, I guess.
I
mean,
so we need to talk about
Well,
entry and exit.
Yeah, but see, everyone's doing that, so it's kind of.
I'm not doing it like this.
Yeah, well, okay.
We need to talk about entries
Yeah.
and exits.
Yeah, because I think I
Ah.
could generate the reports. I can
Okay.
do that, and I'm starting to learn the terminology. But I don't know. I did a couple of fake ones on paper money, and then I had a $51,000 bid.
That was
Paper
funny.
money, but it was rejected. Maybe it wasn't even paper money because I have no money in my account. But I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just picking numbers, going. But that's not a good one.
I'm here because the
Yeah.
strategies I was using that were working have not been working, so I need to like.
Yeah.
I'm like I
Stick
went
to 25%
Well,
though.
I went from 5 up to like 40 and back down to 28 or something. So
Okay.
I was doing really good for a while and then got slammed. I got greedy, like you said.
See, there's the greed. So your strategy probably was working.
Probably well, I was trading calls and puts and I was doing a lot of heavy metals, gold.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh man, this has been going good. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy extra contracts
Yes.
and then
That's when it doesn't go
I went
good.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
On me and I got slammed. I
Did
lost
you
a lot of
see
money.
25% on it, or did?
Oh, I saw like I went from like
go, right?
5,000 up to 40.
No, I mean in that particular trade. What type of trades are you doing? Day
Oh, I
trades,
was-
leaps,
no,
or
I was just trading puts and calls, not daily.
swings, or like what?
Um,
How long did you hold them for?
it would depend. I was just looking to hit like a
Oh.
certain level. Like, okay, this is where it looks like it's going. I'm going to trade until here, but it went the wrong direction and I
So,
didn't get out fast enough.
well, I guess what I'm asking is like on the losing trade. Oh, you hold till expiration.
No, not necessarily
Oh.
hold till it hits my profit target.
What's your target?
Well, it depends on what I'm doing.
It
with my
depends.
house. That's the
Okay.
problem. I didn't know, like
Ah.
I said, and I got a little bit more
Okay,
like,
so in your
oh.
case, it just sounds like you need to set your stop limit at
And
your
that was the
profit
problem.
target.
I didn't set a stop at that particular time because I was busy.
Oh.
And I was off with the grandkids and doing stuff, and I came back and I'm like, oh crap, I just got hit.
So I wouldn't say, see, that's where we
But
go
I'm like-
wrong. It's like I wouldn't say there's a flaw with your strategy. I would say that was just an execution error
Probably, but I think
or
I think
lack
I-
of execution.
I think the thing is like what I like about this is you're focused on like one particular thing, where I wasn't always, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm reading different things. This looks like a good.
I
area.
tried that too.
And
Yeah.
It has their own
I don't have enough time for that.
Nah.
So I'm like, hey, if I can start focusing on a strategy where I'm really going deep on one thing and one thing only,
Yeah.
it's going to cut a lot of that noise and make it easier to be consistent.
I was meditating and talking to God this morning, and he said, you know, most people don't ever master anything in their lifetimes. And why not? I mean, we've heard jack of all trades, master of none.
Because
It's a
we,
commitment, and you got to.
But is it a commit? I mean, it is a commitment, but we
Unless it
stick
comes
to
naturally.
one thing,
I
right?
think-
And
I
we
think
just
this-
master
We
it.
get, especially in these days, I call it entrepreneurial ADD.
Yeah. Oh, I like
There's
it.
so much out there, and
Yeah.
things change all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this didn't work. Let me try this instead.
Yeah.
Instead of figuring out why didn't it work,
Mm-hmm.
can I change what I'm doing? And so
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I could switch to something totally different. But Brian was talking to me, I'm like, okay, this really isn't. It's a slightly different strategy on what I'm already doing and more focused. So let's
Yeah.
see if I can like change direction a little bit, not 180, like
Right.
I've done so many times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm trying to
trying.
make a small change in direction instead of like.
Yeah, I know. Like people try to talk to me about different strategies, different stocks, different. I keep on walking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I just keep walking.
That's something
Like
that works.
my neighbor's a day trader. I don't even want to meet you, bro. You were just gonna, bring something to, my psyche and that I don't need.
Like you can double every 4 days. I'm like, wow, that's.
Yeah, that's I know
Even,
that's
Yeah.
Because I've
attractive.
seen the power, even like a small account. You know? Okay, so let's close out some of the positions I have. Focus small amount on this and see where it goes.
25%, you'll go far.
I need the
All right.
discipline.
Yeah, hey, set that auto limit
what am
I
I?
do now.
What's the
I do
textbook,
now.
Barry? What's the textbook terminology
hurt.
for
That hurt
the
bad.
limit close
Remember
thing?
that one?
I'm like,
The-
what brand got like that?
Yeah, you got a haircut too, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Looks nice. I like it.
Wait, you talking about this part?
Oh no, I see this like paper right from this angle.
Oh, damn, I don't have
Yeah.
it. Even though my couch
What
is
is the limit
too many
order?
puts and calls, so it's not.
Oh,
Ah, the
Stop loss limit? Is that the one you're
the one you sell when you hit your profit line.
I just call that a limit price.
Okay, limit.
I
Yes,
just
limit
enter it
price.
as a limit.
That's right.
Like,
Well, I
You
will.
won't buy above or sell below that certain price, right?
Huh?
Like the limit order. You're wondering what that is?
Oh, well, set that. That's the one I'm referring to.
Oh,
To
right.
set
Okay.
Sell
at
limit.
to sell at your 30%.
30%.
Right.
It went up from 25 to 30, but we'll stay at 30. We'll stay there. We'll stay there.
I'll figure it out eventually. I just keep.
I'm gonna make
showing
certain.
it.
Well, I mean, this is market structure.
Yeah.
We have not begun to talk about entry and exit. Not in a instructional
Yeah.
sense. Like,
So
I mean,
maybe
these guys know how to enter
Yeah,
and exit
yeah, they
already,
do,
so
yeah.
we haven't really touched on it yet. But what I wanted to make sure we got out, what we learned first was the market structure, and now we can go into entering and exiting trades. I think we're there for the most part. Yeah. As a group, and I think this session right here, is the one where we can refer people back to, oh, you need to go
Yeah.
check the market structure stream. I'm going to upload this one, put it on there, and now we don't have to necessarily do this section again because it's recorded and it's for anybody new, they can just go check it out.
Yeah.
Those shoes are cool. I like those.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like that.
In time.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I'm hang in there. Sheesh.
Yeah, entry, exit, and that's gonna come with Thinkorswim too. Like you get to mess around on that.
I look at all that stuff. It means nothing to me. I mean, the bid price.
Why?
There's training classes on Thinkorswim.
Yeah,
too.
well, she's just saying that. It does mean something.
Yeah, no,
I think
well,
if she spent more
I
time,
should have done them. I
Yeah,
just
I saw
I
it.
just kept listening.
I think if she just spent more time pushing buttons, she'd get it.
Probably.
And when you
and I
just
don't.
start trading, and when you start trading real money, you
Oh,
get it
it's
real
different.
fast.
Yeah. That's
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
You get it real
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to save you.
Trust me, I'm not going out.
Yes.
There. I'm not going out there till I know for sure.
Good Lord, I've earned a
what I'm
PhD
doing.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just need to start. You need to get on the options chain now, in Thinkorswim, and then you'll see open interest. You'll start seeing the things that we've talked
Yeah.
about.
Maybe that's.
Yeah. The more you get
I
on
haven't-
there and like navigate around, the more you'll see things that we've talked about
Okay,
too.
yeah.
So you said you use TradingView, and then you still do your
Ah.
trades in Thinkorswim. So
Here
because
go,
I have
Titus,
access to TradingView. But
Thank
I can
you.
go in
Thank
and
you very
actually,
much.
Like, deep dive into how it actually works. And
Yeah, I like Thinkorswim's charting, but I used the desktop version for a long time, and they kind of it's no longer supported by my Windows version.
okay.
So they have a new online version, and it's different. And I thought, well, if I'm going to learn something new, I'd rather learn TradingView.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know like one of the other people that I've been following, they use TradingView, and that's why I started using it because it was easier to follow along with the exact same
Yeah, I like it better.
than what. I'm like, and I've still been doing the same though, executing in Thinkorswim because that's where my money is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Good.
I don't have.
I was just
25
thinking, some of the
Oh.
places I couldn't see where you were hitting, so I'll just.
locked up, so they don't count it as.
What do you
Okay.
want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see the contracts under options.
Go
TradeStation, which TradeStation
push.
Options.
Yeah, options. Uh-huh.
Connect that to
So-
your brokerage account and actually trade on TradeStation.
See, mine didn't
You
have
do
the
that with
open.
TradingView.
Oh, we need to set it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was
So that's
going.
in
Where are you
settings.
seeing that? Yeah, I go. I don't see
Yeah,
how many
so
open.
look, I can put it.
He just. he's
Okay,
doing a
that's what I'm missing. I'm
Oh,
missing
well,
this
I have a
column.
button for settings
Oh, okay.
that I can add
Okay.
or take away
Gotcha.
all the columns.
Okay, gotcha.
And the columns that I wanted to keep are the delta and the open interest. Oh, we didn't talk about delta. I have to put that on the list of
So
things.
many things.
But we did talk about open interest.
Okay.
And so if you go into the charts, you go options, and you go settings, you
Oh,
should
okay.
find something for
Yeah, he
open
uses
interest.
settings. I've never. Okay.
Research on that. So
Yeah, I
you
just got to
trade
play
for
with
a
it.
profit.
Yeah.
I haven't. I just saw that and went.
Well, just mess around.
I know.
So he does like
You know
Bye,
those
guys.
game girls
I know.
playing
I'll
on
see you
there.
Tuesday.
Candy
5
Crush.
accounts at a time.
You played what
No,
game? No,
I don't do any
Oh,
games.
Usually those
No.
prop firms
Alright.
give them some.
Well, this your new game.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this
Bye,
one-
guys.
You
Wow.
played
I
like
kinda
the
catch it
games
right
ballers play.
Of what he started doing. So it's Solomon Trading Group.
Bye, see you
What he does
Tuesday.
it through, and at this point he's got different people on his team and stuff. And but the hard part, doing it all online, I'm like, I think I just need something in person, like where I can get in person once in a while because it just moves so fast. And of course they're in there doing it just like 5:30 in the morning when I'm just like
Yeah.
blurry-eyed, like what? What?
And they're probably doing more types of strategies, I would imagine.
He doesn't do that many different strategies, really.
just says puts
He
and
has this
calls.
indicator that
Puts
he
and
uses called
calls.
Pulsex. It's Solomon Trading Group. You probably
No.
Bob Beckett.
No, no.
So I was just saying that's like where I heard about trading.
Single leg strategy, calls and puts.
No, he's just doing a prop firm trading, and he does it on. I'm trying to remember which ones because I haven't been on for a little while on any of his tradings because I'm like, no, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna switch over and focus.
Solomon Trading, is that it?
Yeah,
They
actually,
do futures?
he does futures.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to
Oh,
remember.
interesting. That's what I was listening to with Lauren. How funny.
Solomon Trading or just
No,
futures?
just the,
There's
her teaching
a
of
bunch of people
futures.
do. I liked
Yeah.
him because he's Christian and he, all of his coaches are Christian. They're like they're not like, let's just throw a bunch of numbers and make it seem like this is easy. They're like, no, it's down to earth.
I
But
think she was talking about him. I think she had him on the Patreon.
Oh, interesting.
so, but I'm like I said, my biggest thing is I already have ADD. I need to like focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Get this figured out. Get my account stable.
Right.
So, I mean, that one
Yeah,
hit me
that's
bad.
usually when, like.
I mean, I'm not like mad because I'm like, okay, I started the year with 5,000, and I was like, when you see it up at 40 and then it drops
Yeah.
to 28, you're like, but I'm like, I'm still way
Right.
up.
Yeah, you're still a profitable trader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just that one was a like, okay,
Yeah,
catch my breath. Let's step back and figure out, what we're doing.
Yes.
And I wanted to Venmo you. I never carry cash. So can I Venmo you for this?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah, because I'm like, I happen to have cash, but
You
I
need
to
it.
deposit. I have
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
a
that's
$100
cool.
bill, so
Yeah.
'cause I just got it pulled out. So
He'll take $100 bill.
it's actually going to go to pay something, but took it out to pay something
Well.
specifically. But I'm like, you do Venmo or you one of the other?
Yes. No, Venmo's cool.
Okay.
What's you want me to send it to you?
Well, or I can just scan it.
Oh
Put your
yeah,
scan
here.
code thing up.
I do. I will. Oh, there it is.
I was just going to send it for you.
Yeah.
Then it's just easier to pay you moving on, right? Because I'll already have your.
There you go.
There it goes. Perfect. Then I know it's you.
Okay, and I can stop our stream. All right, peace out, everybody.
Titus, two things.
Oh, leave it streaming or stop?
Oh, it's up to
Oh,
you.
I was
This is
curious. You did
significant.
say that.
The levels are usually the levels are usually the same, like where most of the open interest lies
Okay.
is normally the same, but the number of contracts is dramatically lower. It's really interesting. I don't know why that is.
Thinkorswim. So, I know when I'm looking at SPXW, there's fewer contracts than when I'm looking at SPXX.
Well, what's interesting is they don't even have an SPXX.
Oh.
All they have is SPX.
Okay, so how much of a difference?
Do you remember how many you said was it, like 6,700?
6,700 was about 56,000.
Okay. I actually have it. I think I wrote it down. Because I've been tracking like what yours shows versus ours. Pull that up real quick here. I think I just pulled everything. Yeah, and then the other thing. Oh man, if you are able to like post your roadmap.
That'll help, huh?
Like mine is still not calibrated to yours. I keep,
It's still
I
not.
keep trying to train it and train it and train
You're
it.
still working with
And
your
it's- I've been
AI.
training. Okay,
What I'm gonna say to you, so I don't know. I've created some custom GPTs. So if we could, I mean, if you wanted to have more consistency in the group, you could create a custom GPT, put in your roadmap, some background stuff, and then share it with everybody. And then everybody has the same starting place instead of starting from ground zero trying to train.
yeah, that's what I've been trying to do.
Because
is
that's what I've been doing
I've-
anymore with VAs. Anytime I have a new task, I'm like, train the GPT,
Yeah.
say, what do you want to start? And then they click it, and then they tells them exactly what to enter. They enter it, and then it spits out information. It's a lot more consistent.
So do what?
That's what I've been doing. So I created a project. It's called Smart Money Roadmap, and I'm trying to calibrate the output to his output every day,
Mm-hmm.
so it matches. But it's, you know, like
Because he's trained his for longer. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
taking in more information.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yep.
think the only way you're going to get consistency is if everybody has the same information, the same knowledge base.
Like the
begin
same
with.
prompts, but
Well,
they're still.
the knowledge base is a big part of it because what is it pulling from?
Yeah.
And if the slightest variations in knowledge base can produce completely different output.
Yeah.
And even the same GPT, I mean, I've been, for my business, I'm in a training class right now on using AI more for the business.
Yeah.
And we all have the same prompt, and they're like, depending on exactly what we put in, they're like, hey, create an ad for this basic thing. And we can all put in our own query that's supposed to be like the same query, but we're wording it slightly different. It spits out 100 different things.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, even like if someone's using TradingView versus Thinkorswim charts versus
And they look a little different.
TradeStation, they're even with the same prompt and knowledge base, they're gonna get a different
Right.
output.
So, is it, like he was saying, if it's not, well, because sometimes the data's not even the same. So it's one thing if the images are slightly different, but then if you have data that's different behind it, then you're definitely going to get different information.
I don't know if you're able to share your GPT to her point. What's your name, by the way?
Rebecca.
Rebecca and Barry.
What do you know me as?
Becky.
Becky, or Rebecca? Becky then.
Becky.
I'm like, I have to remember what people. So what was your name?
Barry.
And
Melanie.
So I've tried to share my GPTs and it has failed for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you have the pro version?
Uh-huh. I think it's pro, actually. I should probably.
So you have to create it as a custom GPT. If you've just had your own like chat,
I created a project.
it's not even just a
won't
project. You
share.
have to create a custom GPT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why then.
And that's why I said it's different. So custom GPT, it literally asks you like create your knowledge base, and then you can change documents out in your knowledge base. So let's say he's saying right now, hey, here's my smart money worksheet.
Yep.
And then he goes, oh, I want to add the 12 to 1 thing. You just delete the old one and add the new one in.
Yeah.
to
In the source
replace it.
documents?
In the source documents,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So,
I
it's
have
a little bit
Plus, not
different. It's
Pro.
like a project, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit different
Yeah, okay.
setup.
So you're basically building an agent at that point.
Yes. So we could do that. The other thing that could be, if it's helpful for you, so I have an agency version of Go High Level, and if you wanted to create a membership, like free, but put all your stuff in there, so it's like more organized than just a chat. Because you know, so, I mean, as the chat goes on, it can be harder for people to find stuff in it. Because
Yeah.
that's how the Bob Beckett one is. It's very hard sometimes. Where was that?
Fine.
Like I literally have my own worksheet that's like, oh, on December 12th at whatever, this was the video that I want to go back to because I can't find anything. So having it like in a membership is like, hey, this is how you learn how to enter a trade. This is how you learn this. And obviously you have the dailies, but just kind of as your baseline training, it'll be easier for new people to come in and get familiar with it. Like I can imagine if this is the first time I was introduced to trading today, I would have been so lost.
Really?
Well, because it's just, well, because
Wait,
you
for real?
no, not because you're a bad trainer. Because it's
Yes.
because it's a lot of new concepts.
lot of-
like
yeah.
if
It's
you're
new?
It's like learning a new language.
Yeah.
What?
No, if you've never ever traded.
Trading is a whole. It's a completely
Like if
different
Brian
language.
came, if Brian had come here with me, he would have been like, he might not. You know Brian, he asks a lot of questions, but he might have just been like, "You getting this? Yeah, I got it. Okay, good." Because he would have been like,
So it's not the instruction. It's
It's
like,
not the
Yeah, it's
instructions.
not
like
you.
speaking a
It's
different
like
language.
learning a different language.
it's like taking someone to a new country and saying, "Well, I'm going to
I
sit
get
down and
it, 'cause
explain
I
it to
feel
you."
like-
I
language.
started doing crypto 3 years ago, and I'm still like baby, just learning because had not done any trading, nothing. He always did it, and so I feel like I've just been learning a whole new
Crypto
language.
is a new language. I've tried to learn little bits of it here and there,
I
and
hear her talking, and I'm like, oh, I can't help you with that.
it's a lot. There's
I
a
love
lot.
it.
What are you
It's
talking about?
really
Cold wallet
interesting.
storage and
It's very interesting, but I'm
all
still
this
like
stuff.
so afraid to move money because I'm like, what if I move it?
Oh, I
It goes
see.
up.
I've been doing it for 3 years, and I'm still, there's certain things I will have my daughter come sit there with me because you can lose money like that,
Yes.
just moving it.
Yes.
that's why I
It's
sent my
crazy.
family
Yeah,
those
I moved
it's
money
kinda
once,
scary.
but the gas fees ate up.
because those
so much.
videos that I
I'm
sent
like,
to
ah.
you.
And they're like, well, there's
I
certain times
sent
a day
those
when
to
the
all
gas
my
fees are
family
higher than
because they
others.
said
but I
they
have
wanted
my
And
to
depending on
they
who- yeah.
expressed
Time of
interest
day,
in
I'm
this,
like-
and so I said, okay,
What network you're
here,
moving it
here's some
on,
things you
all
guys are
that.
gonna need
Yes,
to
There's
learn
all
is
these
like
variables
just
so much
basic
to learn.
stuff.
I was
I
kind
just
of
like
like,
I've had
And
to
just get the big
immerse
picture,
myself
and then when
completely in
you
it to just
when you
learn
come to
it.
Titus's class or whatever,
I mean, that's where
when you
even
sit
like
in
right
on
now,
his
it's where it's like, okay, even
live,
crypto, what
it's
I've got,
gonna make more
I'm
sense.
just gonna leave it off to the
because
side.
it is a different language. You remember when
I
you
don't
first
have
started?
time.
Just
Like, I don't want to like.
you know that.
I think everybody's
know,
gonna have to.
it's
learn
all- it all
Everybody's
came-
gonna have
you
to
got it
understand
that
We're gonna
blockchain and
have
stuff.
to.
quickly, huh?
It's already so many
Interesting.
countries. Well, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking when he's talking
Well,
about parking his money.
you
I
make
said,
me
I know
realize
he needs to park his money.
I
There's
learned
places you
from
can
a
park it
different
and just
angle.
earn
You did.
So
10 to 15%.
I
Now, you
learned
just stick it there and it's
how
just,
to
you know,
enter
it's
trade
liquidity pools.
before I
Yes.
knew any of this stuff.
And that's
Oh, okay.
because
I
it's
used to,
already being
when I
used
first started,
in a
I
lot of
only
places
played
and
12
a lot of
Delta.
applications. So
Yes.
Oh, okay.
uh,
20
And that's
Delta.
where I want to get.
12 to
Like, I
20,
wanna
as
learn
high
it
as
before I
30.
Park my,
Okay.
some of mine in
Just the
and
Deltas.
maybe like a quarter
Okay.
of it, and I'll
And
put everything in that.
right.
Like
I
my husband and I
won
have an investment,
quite a number of
like,
those
yeah.
trades with no,
Apartment
knowing
complex,
nothing else other than
investment,
to just
so
play
I've
at
got
12
$100,000 there.
Okay.
It's earning like,
All right.
I mean, they only give you a small amount,
And
but the
then
prospectus is
I
like,
started
at the end of the
losing.
day, we should earn about
Okay.
15% a year.
And then I
which
started
is-
figuring
and
out
it's real,
why.
backed by real estate, so I'm like,
Okay.
that's a really
And
good,
then
solid
that's what led me to
long-term
this.
investment.
I
Is
see.
that, but
That
I
don't wanna have
would,
my money in
I
that. wanna
won
have, like, 25%
so many
in crypto,
trades, just
but
12 Delta.
I just haven't learned enough to feel
Yeah.
comfortable with liquidity.
Eventually, I would.
That's
I
amazing.
like.
So
I
did you
wanna
start
have more
losing when the market would
like
trend?
that because
When did you start losing
Yes.
those?
I think that's-
Okay.
Yeah,
Those
the,
are the
the
things
trend
trend
one
days
direction.
were killing me, and I didn't
Oh,
understand
you-
why.
But I
Okay.
think
You know,
we're
I'm
gonna
like,
go
I'm
through a
playing a
period
12
where we need to
Delta
have
like
more
it's supposed to
and
win. Oh well, maybe I played a 20 that time. Maybe I played 30 that time, but it was just a strong
So
trend
anyway,
day.
well,
Yeah.
gotta
And I
figure
didn't
out-
know
I-
anything
that's
about
another thing on my
trading.
to-do list at some point, but I'm like, that's my thing is
Yeah.
getting to
So back to
fracture.
the open interest, I
Well, there's
pulled
a
it up.
strategy.
So
there's
on
a guide that I
Friday-
follow.
Friday,
On the
66.50.
call sites,
Trade
6,700 was where
confident,
you had the
and
most open
he-
interest,
He has a
Yeah,
strategy that's very similar to
53,000.
Titus's.
and
That I want to start
Thinkorswim had it
doing,
at
and
6,700
it's
and
pretty much day trading for
6,680.
crypto, but it's
I
you're
can't
taking
remember the
those
number of
little
contracts
small
at
percentages.
6,700. I
And
didn't
he
write
has
that
a
down. I
whole
thought I did.
system
So but
that
it
lets
was
you know,
probably
like,
in the
based on where crypto is, and
$15,000
maximum
range,
fee or
or
greater,
15,000
whatever. They
contracts
give you,
range.
they'll
And you
let
have
you
50
know
something,
when
right?
it's going into
On the flip
like
side,
maximum fear, and so that's
your
the entry level.
greatest number of
buy.
contracts were at
And instead of
6,
getting
650 and
greedy, they'll say,
625.
okay, you know, they'll give you they have indicators
Thinkorswim
that tell
was
you
at
when to get out, so you're
66.50,
making those little small percentages again,
66.40,
but it
and
really adds up over
66.20.
time.
If
So
you're
kind of
consistent,
interesting.
Yeah.
And if your win rate
Is
is
it
like
And the
different?
number of
Oh.
contracts
I
was
mean,
dramatically lower.
you know, that's
Again,
one
I'd
thing that
probably say
time
by
is even a lot of people I follow,
Two-thirds.
they're
So
their
I
win
wonder
rate
if
might
that's
only be
like
60,
relative
40,
to the
50,
broker.
but they
That's what
are
I was
so
wondering, yeah.
You did wonder that?
disciplined
Yeah,
with stop losses,
because
and
I mean, there's some reason for it. I don't know what it is,
but when they
but the
win,
relative
they win.
number was like
it's
on
just different
Thinkorswim,
from
the
what he's
relative
saying. Like,
difference
their
of the
strategy
strikes
is
was
like, hey,
fairly
we
close,
might
but
win, but they're
the
not
number of
trading, so
contracts
they
was
do the
dramatic.
trailing stop
It was
losses.
wild.
So it's like,
Which-
as soon as we can, we
So
get it to
I
get
mean,
our
I
stop
just go
loss
with
to
yours.
break
That's why I
even,
put yours here. And
protect our thing,
put
and then we just want
Thinkorswim's
to ride,
is
and
just
then every time it goes up so
it is-
far,
it's
we'll raise our
interesting.
stop loss
Yeah.
like 10%.
That was interesting.
So
And I was
that's how
thinking
we
about
get
Friday,
the
like I said, like
Yeah.
huge wins up to
If-
1,000, 2,000% sometimes
you-
because
Well, in crypto,
If we
you can
waited
get
until
up to 1,000%.
it consolidated
like,
in that
if you go in
range
at the right point.
and
like
then
there's
went
one
two
I'm
levels
watching
down,
right now.
like below
It's
the
supposed to be going down to
66.20,
maximum fear, and I
that
want to
would've
buy
been
as soon as it goes
a
down
golden
back
tree.
here, because then
That
it'll
would've
go
gone
based
100%.
on the chart.
On Friday.
It should go back up another 1,000% in
So,
a
on
amount of time. And
you made a comment on
which you
Friday
don't
that
see that so
we
much.
should have
I
gone
don't
2
think.
levels
No,
down.
I've
What's so
seen
funny?
it.
From so if we waited for it to
Yes.
reveal its bias, went 2 levels below
Two.
open
Bitcoin
interest.
and made like
Yeah.
400
Because
bucks in
the second level on
day.
mine was at 6620,
My
which
son-in-law
Yes, mine
has
too.
friends that
So,
made millions
that would've
of
been-
dollars.
that
on
would've
the
been
last
100%.
That
run.
would have been 100%.
All
Yeah.
of them were in
Yeah.
college,
So I think
and they're
that's-
making
I don't know if
millions
that-
of
how-
dollars in college.
how
And I'm like, okay,
We
I'm
should
gonna,
know
I
that
gotta
would
figure out
work.
what's
It would
going on
always
here. And
work.
then
It
the
would always
Lord
work,
really
okay.
spoke to me about something
So,
with crypto.
The
So,
bias
okay,
Yeah.
I'm
plus
gonna-
2 levels.
Well,
That's
that's
what
Yeah,
I'm
so
doing.
Or,
I'm
or
for the bias.
85, we look
My-
for
my
85 points.
19-year-olds, they were
Okay.
millionaires.
Because this sucker
Well,
can
I'm telling my
move
husband
85
because
points.
my
85
son's
down
best
in one
friend
direction.
It could.
is just one good
Yeah.
friend
Okay.
who's so different
85
from
in
him.
one direction.
And he's been
and
doing his
45
own
retrace.
businesses
Yeah.
since he was
And
about
we would
12.
have been,
Yeah.
Like something
yeah,
like
that would have been it right there.
And
That would
right
have, that
now,
would be the home
he's,
run.
You know, he's on the
I wonder
whole
what the
GLP
premium
thing,
would have
so
been
he
like on
found
that.
a peptide supplier
It'd be
out of China,
interesting.
but they actually have the data, like the verification data. So his
The
one of his
Delta,
other
I
friends,
think
his dad
I
was
did
a
have a
business,
12
and he
Delta.
actually just helped him start an LLC.
So the Delta
So
would have
they
been
make
much
500
lower
bucks a day. These two
on the put
17-year-old
side.
kids.
So
500
premium would have been
bucks
lower, so
a day.
would you have done more
And they're
contracts?
now expanding
I
for more.
probably,
They're gonna be
ideally,
up that. He's
would
like,
have
yeah,
brought
it
the
makes it
call
really hard to go to
down
Trader Joe's and only make
Oh,
20
okay.
bucks an
closer
hour.
to the
I know.
VWAP
Gen
line.
Z's,
Because
some
I
of
gave
them,
it
the money
too
they're
much
making
real
is
bad.
scary.
Yeah, I
It's
thought,
like-
And then just
so
like-
once
And
it,
there's plenty of time to get the 25% tighter VWAP line on the call side. And plenty of time to get to 25% because it's going down towards the liquidity
And
level.
it's,
Yeah.
the
At
thing is,
66,
it's funny because my nephew
So,
has made a ton of money investing. But the funny thing is, he calls me all the time. And he's like, or
6,700
texts me.
psychological number.
Okay, what
So
are you
a
doing? What do you
put
think about this? What should I
above
do about
that
this?
would be about
And he makes a lot more money than I do because
67,
he knows
15,
he can
20.
move everything quickly.
That would
He
have been
knows how
enough
to do all the
respect of
technology stuff. And I'm like,
psychological number.
okay, if I'm going to make this
And
move, I want to wait for my daughter
just
to
in
be home
case
so
it
I don't
came,
have any
it ain't coming back.
I mean, maybe.
so
I'm
go
just like, I don't
above
have
that
that technology
6,700
brain
where
that
all
I
the
can
open interest was.
go a little
Yes.
fast. And
You remember
that's
where
like with
VWAP
this,
was
I'm
at
doing
that
this
time?
with
I don't
him
remember.
because I don't
About
want to.
60.
I just they don't have the language.
Six.
It's not innate with me.
Well, I
90?
think I have the type of
Okay,
stuff,
so it was
but
under
sometimes
67.
Oh, I have.
It's just too much.
Yeah, that plate.
That would be like
Yeah.
I saved that
So
plate.
much
I'm
20
not technical. I can figure
25
a lot of
points
things
above
out, but
the VWAP.
lately I'm
Oh,
like,
it,
okay, that's
wow.
nice.
It was
Again, I
at
need to go first
67,
because,
65 when I
you know,
last
we're
printed
just
this one.
talking,
Oh, so that'd
oh,
be
you know, the
point
liquidity
40
is
to
gonna wipe
40,
out the liquidity.
40
It's
to
gonna take
45
liquidity
points
to
Yeah,
above
I'm
the
like,
VWAP.
Why?
what?
Yeah, why?
You're moving so fast, and then by the time there's any questions,
Oh, this
I'm
is
like,
old.
I did
This
have a
can't
question,
be
but
it.
I don't remember
March
what it
12th,
was, because that
updated.
was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That was the 13th though.
Oh,
That's funny. I'll
okay.
ask him the same thing. Well, why?
this
Why
is
is
old.
that? Okay, you don't need to know that right now. We gotta go with this. No, off to the races.
Yeah. All right, well, I better head out.
Oh, VWAP.
Thank you, Titus.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
So how often do you do this?
These Saturdays, one.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of doing it at my house on Mondays, remember, yeah, that got kind of crazy for, I was like, oh my God, like all these people, and then, then it was so distracting, and then I'm like, I don't want to do this during trading hours. This is mad. Like, Wall Street can't be like this. Like, yeah, and then I started losing trades, so much noise, and I couldn't focus, and it's like, nope.
Your piece.
Yeah, we're doing this on Saturdays at 1.
Hey, it makes sense.
Be there, be square. Well, like it's recorded, I'll put it up there. But because some people got shut out because they can't do Saturdays. They're working on Saturdays, off on Mondays, and blah. Yeah, it's like I can't satisfy everybody. Leave me alone. Like so, just Saturdays at 1. Yeah.
All right, I need to head out.
All right. Well, let's have a good rest of our weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you
Take care,
all.
Titus.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. That was really good. Very interesting.
Yeah, we got a lot covered today.
I will be right back.
And we got a lot covered. We'll focus on entries and stuff like that. Wish I could have heard more about what you were saying about the crypto. I'm curious.
Oh.
I'm just curious.
Well, there's some things you can do that I think are very safe, and there's some things if I were you I would do, because the whole financial system is changing, and there's just some cryptos you need to be holding because everything's going digital. There's these, there's in so many places in the world, and so many applications are already using crypto, and so much is going on blockchain already. The real estate stuff is already switching to the blockchain. Just cross-border transactions, so many things that and you can tell the whole financial system is being reset by what's happening, and I think a lot of people are going to get locked out of the financial system. And I have a gal who I worked with, a crypto coach, when I first started, and she's actually my daughter's age, but she likes us and we've stayed friends. And she's gonna fly out. She said she'd come out. She started a crypto company herself that it's a trading platform.
Oh,
She
cool.
said she would come out and do a class because I was like, I want to have some of the ladies in my Bible study learn this, and I don't feel like I can teach it. I mean, I can do a little bit, but so she said she'd come out, so I'll let you know about it, or
Yeah,
we
curious,
can let
yeah.
the group know. But I was gonna tell you, like, you need to get some XRP.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, XRP is going to be the big one that everything is changing over. And really, I'm trying to remember. I think it's like only 3% of of crypto holders are really embracing XRP. It's really, I'm really into the prophetic aspect of it because God spoke to me. That's how I got into crypto.
Okay.
God really spoke to me, and I don't know anything about trading, but God has blessed it, and so I know He's had His hand on it.
I understand.
And
Yeah.
so I'm not a financial person, but God.
Oh
has-
yeah. Oh,
God
I
has-
forgot to read the disclaimer.
God has been teaching me and has spoke to me about a lot of things, and so that's one I try. And just I've done enough research, but but in order for XRP to really to get the maximum value of it, so right now what you could do, there's there's another. It's not really a coin. I'm trying to remember what Flare is. But it's you wrap your XRP in Flare and you can put it in these liquidity pools and they'll loan it out, and it's very safe. You can leave it in there and earn like 10 to 15% interest. It's a safe place to park your money. And so that's one of the things that I've been learning is how to wrap. Working on learning how to wrap it and put it onto these liquidity pools. But one of the big liquidity pool that's the most lucrative, for lack of a better term, is Firelight, and that has been they release investment opportunities at certain time points, and it all filled up the first one they released. See, I'm not technical at all. I'm not using good language to explain.
No, I get it. It's almost like an MLM, but only with crypto.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But they'll open it up again, and because there's only so much XRP.
Yeah.
At some point,
Wow.
it's going to be full, and people won't be able
Wow,
to use
look
it
at
anymore.
that. They
And-
created demand for it.
Yeah, so like I'm waiting for Firelight to open up again, and then I want to park a bunch of my XRP in there. And a very small percentage of crypto holders even hold XRP, and even like I told Barry, I don't own that much XRP, but I think I'm in the world's top 10% of XRP holders
Wow.
because
Because so few people own it.
so few people own it. So it's one of those things. So like you've heard about the wealth transfer. That is one of the coins. The other thing you can buy is Shiba Inu.
Oh, what?
It's-
Shiba Inu? That's my dog.
Okay, that is a sign from the Lord. You go buy yourself some Shiba Inu.
Yeah, it's a Japanese breed.
I know. Okay, so but it's a coin that. So it started as a meme coin, but it has a really good use case now.
What?
And so it's so cheap, and it's been a coin like everybody makes fun of it, but it's a prophetic coin that God has spoken to a lot of people about. So you can buy. I have millions of
Like, tell them the price. It's like 0.00.
it's like and when I bought it,
It's
bought
crazy.
it a
It's
lot
so
higher
cheap.
than it is now. It's like 0.7014 or something like that. I don't know. So it's a great time to buy it. The whole market it's a really good time to buy right now because the market is down. It's been down for a long time. It's going back up compared to where it was last year, but it's really down for what it's been for like the last 2 years. So it is a good entry point. I'm waiting for it to go down because when I came in was in 2022 after the rolling market tanked in 2021. And so I got stuff so cheap that I'm still in profit on everything that I bought. Everybody else is bleeding money because that came in later. But Shiba Inu is one of those coins that everybody's been, the world just makes fun of. but so many Christians have had dreams and words about it. And even among Christians, it's not a lot of people are into crypto. They don't believe in it. They don't trust it.
Huh.
And, but, so that's when I just think like, okay, throw $1,000 at it. What have you got to lose? For
Yeah.
$1,000, you will be a multi-millionaire
So, Titus,
when it hits.
I spent $1,000 on Shiba Inu. I have 64,328 Shiba Inu.
Wow.
Oh,
It's cheap.
Wow.
okay, the other thing you should
Is
throw.
that crazy? That's so cheap. $1,000. 64 million.
So like if it goes
And
to a
it's cheaper
penny,
now than when I bought it. I'm
if
down.
it goes to a penny, you're a millionaire. So, and the thing about Shiba Inu is it has a good use case. Most meme coins don't have a good use case, but Shiba Inu does. I don't remember what it is. I studied it a while ago, and my problem is I study so much stuff I can't keep it all in my head. I need to be better about writing stuff down, but I'm like, okay.
That's why I just
Do I want to do this or not? And then I decide, and then I just do it, and then I forget it and move on to the next thing. And I'm kind of ADD too. So,
Well, I went for the biggest and the baddest thing.
would you go for Bitcoin?
Well, the SPX, and so that's probably what I would do for the Bitcoin is just look at the biggest and baddest. Like when I say baddest, I mean it's good. Bad meaning good, and just get into that one. I mean, for me, that's my
Well, that's what
typically
I
what
did.
Or to hold it.
traded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think
I'm
I
a
think
trader.
I think Bitcoin is good for trading.
Yeah, me too. We've
because
talked about that.
I don't know if it's going to be.
It has the same
long-term.
market
I think it's
structure
gonna
that
go
we
away.
use. Like it's the same market structure here as it is there.
Well, that's so the guy I was telling you about Trade Confident. That's what he does. So he does these calls for trading Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm very underwhelmed with Ethereum, but and he does like Solana, Cardano, different certain, what do they call certain blue chip coins, and he trades those. And so, but they do. It's very similar to what you're doing.
Yeah.
He's taking these small little profits, but then he also has long-term ones that he's holding.
Yeah.
And so most of the people that are doing well in crypto are doing that, and then they're holding like certain long-term coins. And the people that I have spent a lot of time researching, following, I've followed a lot of different people, are holding XRP. They're just like, just don't sell your XRP, don't trade your XRP, you just put it, and it's cheap enough that you can do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to tell you, have you heard about the dinar? The Iraqi dinar?
The dinar. Have I heard about it? No.
Oh,
Have I
honestly,
heard of
would,
it?
I was going to say I would buy some of that because it's going to probably revalue pretty soon, and a lot of people
Oh,
thought
the Iraqi dinar.
Iraqi dinar.
Okay.
So President Bush devalued it way back, whatever year that was, George Bush Sr. And it was like 378, I think, when he devalued it. And it was basically they were doing it. They did it to manipulate the government of that country to give the U.S. It was all tied with oil and everything. But now with the war in Iran, the way things are setting up, a lot of people think that Iraqi dinar is going to revalue pretty soon. And there's a lot of prophecies about the Iraqi dinar too. And so that's what got me like looking into Iraqi dinar. So Iraqi dinar is very cheap. You can buy, last time I bought, I think I bought $250,000 for $75 or something like that. And you can buy it off of eBay. There's certain sites that are safe, some aren't, but I can tell you which ones are. Again, this is another one. It's like, throw $1,000 at it. Now people are starting to think it could revalue at 348 or 378 what it was when it devalued before. And I can't remember why. There was some political reason they think that it might revalue at the same price. But again, that's one of those things that's like, all right, throw $1,000 at it, and if it comes in at 348 or whatever, then you're a millionaire, you know. So anyway, there's just little things like that. But I felt like the Lord started talking to me about the wealth transfer, and so I was like, okay. I just started checking stuff out. And I felt the first thing God spoke to me about was Bitcoin, and so that's what I did. And I did really well on Bitcoin, and that has helped a lot. That gave me. I sold some when it was really high, and was able to then go back to invest in other things. And so, and I mean, I only had like one Bitcoin, not very much, but like 1.5 or something like that. anyway, I just like the Lord is, there's different things where the Lord's, some of these things, I think God is blessing his people. And like, I see that on you, things Barry tells me or just listening to you. Like, I think this is one of those things, like God is releasing strategies to people in this time. And so I think that's what this is.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
can definitely advance the kingdom with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and you said that one day. I was listening to you one morning, and I was like, okay, yes, now I know God is blessing him. God, this is going to be blessed. Because, I mean, that's just like, we just have stayed in our little house and drive all the cars and stuff. And I work for a missions
Amen.
organization.
Yeah.
Because, to me, God's just what it's all about.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing.
You know? Like,
Yeah, it's so
I
so
don't-
true.
I just
It's
want.
so true.
That's all I care about. I just someday I want to hear Jesus say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." That is driving passion.
Amen.
And so, like, all
Well-
this, I think, gosh, we get to be a part of. We're going to be able to be a part of advancing the gospel like has never happened before. And so,
Well, so my driving force behind this is the spiritual battle, battling powers and principalities. And there's a pastor here that is really gifted and disciplined.
Pastor Christian.
Yes. And so I want to come alongside of him, fund his ministries. And I would love to just travel the world with him as he is unleashing the authority that's given to him by Jesus and God, just to cast demons and take on the powers and principalities. But, as I was just meditating and talking to God about that, they've got glitz, they've got glamour, the powers and principalities. That's why they're the powers, right? It's because they have attractive things, and they've got like cool things and fun things and things that lure us in and tempt us and just capture our souls based on whatever it is that just captures our souls, like the glimmer, the glisten.
Whatever lure works for
Whatever lure works, but on a big level. They're taking cities, they're taking towns, they're taking states, they're taking, governments
They're
and
taking
stuff.
Christians and
They're taking
churches.
Christians and churches. So
Yeah.
I want to be able to use proceeds to battle and come, like we can do that too. We can take back those souls and
Yeah.
capture them and keep them and take them back. From the
Yeah,
enemy.
I've been learning a lot about that too, and I've been amazed. American Christians, we know so little about the need for deliverance and how
Yeah, I
pervasive
know.
it is. And there's a gal I was listening to even this morning, and she's like, I think everybody needs deliverance 3 to 4 times a year. Just
No
because
joke.
We're just aligning with stuff all the time,
Yeah.
and we just don't realize how
We don't.
pervasive the spiritual
We-
realm is.
They're
And-
persistent. They don't give up. They are assigned to us from birth to
and
death.
generationally,
And
just the stuff
generationally.
and past relationships and
Yeah.
and agreements are
Yeah.
just decisions that we make and
Yeah.
how we prioritize them, which is what I really appreciate about what you're doing too, because it's so easy, so subtle to go, oh well, why don't we just go for the bigger instead of like be
Yeah.
content? And I feel like that is such a spiritual discipline.
It is.
To just be content.
That's what I'm really trying to say.
Right?
It's like we gotta
And
be
so to stay
spiritually
with that
disciplined.
25% and then trust God, okay, my God is big enough
Yeah.
that if He wants to transfer wealth to me because He trusts me with it, then He's going to trust me with the 25%.
Amen.
And
Yeah.
one thing, like, we've had the big, huge house. We had a
Yeah.
company that made all kinds of money. We sold it, did really well. And there was things I'm thankful for at that time, but there's nothing in that has any appeal to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
get it.
all
Yeah.
the stuff that we were tied to with that, it was there's a lot of demonic stuff happening then.
Yeah.
And I'm much more thankful for our life now.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we both kind of feel like, let's just be content. And
Keep it small, keep it
it
simple.
small,
Yep.
keep it simple.
Yeah. It's safe.
And
Safer that way.
but all that was to say, I so appreciate your discipline for the 25% because it's so
Well, I
easy
need to stay
to
disciplined
get
for
sucked
25%.
in,
Yeah.
to get sucked into that other. But
It is.
Titus, I think this for you even could be part of the preparation for what God is bringing to you, because clearly he's doing something in you and through you,
Yeah.
bringing people around, because this is something God is wanting to release. God is changing the financial system and really, doing a wealth transfer so that the gospel can be taken to all the world before Christ returns. And so he's looking for people that can be trusted, and even this could be part of your training to be one of those people. You are showing yourself that you are trustworthy to walk in what God wants to bring to his people. And I think he's looking for those people. I've seen that. I've working at a church and being involved in ministry and stuff, and I feel like God would give me words about stuff and I would see it go sideways because people wouldn't walk into it. And he wants those that'll walk into it, and so anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be preaching a sermon.
No, it's great. I thank you. I'm receiving it. It's
Yeah.
well received. Yeah, I receive it, and so it's encouraging, and
Yeah.
thank you both for the encouragement.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing so much, because
Almost like I ain't doing that no more.
no, I
Thank you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I can't always make it at 5:30, but
Oh, it's okay.
when I
It's
wake
recorded.
up at 6
Well,
or 6:30, I turn it on.
We're working on consistency with the stream.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it. Yeah.
Well, it's really good, and I really appreciate you talking about things, and especially lately how you've been explaining things, and so
It gets better. Yeah. Now that I know, like, okay, this is like foreign language, I'm like, really? It is? Like, yeah, but I guess so. Okay. Thanks. That helps. That helps. That helps
But
a lot.
I appreciate this. What do you call it, like a system or strategy? Because it is, like you say, it is a simple strategy. Like the first time Barry showed it to me, it made sense to me, and so for me, I just have to learn the language.
Oh, well, I went and made things complicated. I was just telling Barry how simple I learned it. Like, I didn't learn any of this, like, first. I learned how to enter and close the trades, how to enter and exit the trades. That was the first thing I learned. And we did it just based on, like, delta. Like, it's a number that shows the probability of the trade. Like, how likely
Yeah,
is it?
well,
knows
I
what
know
Delta
that.
Oh,
now,
okay,
but I
okay,
didn't.
so
I'd be like,
we
well,
just
what's
based
the
it on
delta
12.
again? Yeah.
Yeah, we just based it on 12 to 20. Back then, I was still doing 30 deltas, which is fairly high. I think that's a high delta, but they were winning. Trades
That is
were
a high delta. Ask Barry what delta I usually like. Like 4 to 7.
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Well, because we've lost
Okay.
some chunks of money.
Okay, 4.
so
I was
I'm
thinking 10 this morning, but dang, 4?
Well,
Well,
in
because
the
we
12
don't
to
always
1,
go
she really
in on-
likes to go
And we,
really
yeah,
wide.
because
Really
we,
wide.
a lot
Okay.
of times
Okay, I ain't talking
we're
about
pretty
that one. That one-
consistent with the 12 to 1.
Yes.
And we can't always get in early in the morning, and because I have meetings a lot for
Wide
my
wings
job.
are the best,
And so
yeah.
I don't have a lot of flexibility, but I can say 12 to 1. I just tell people, no, I'm not available for meetings
Oh, that's
from 12
cool.
to 1.
Yeah.
But other times I have to be
Yeah,
meeting
12
people.
to 1 was ideal
So
for that.
for 12
yeah.
to 1, I'm like, 10 is, we've lost money on 10s before because, the market will just kind of go whoop or whatever. And then we're like, oh, well, there it goes. So I like to go 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm okay.
4. Okay. Yeah.
Not
No,
with your
I'm not
time, huh?
laughing. I'm not. No, hey, it works. So
Well, he'll go.
make it work.
Barry will go.
It's
Well, that's
consistent,
almost
though.
three-
I mean, that's the
that's
thing.
$300. I'm like, yeah, $300. I'm
Right.
happy with $300.
Yeah,
today.
exactly. Consistently every day. Like, at the end of the week, that's $1,500.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I
so
work for
I
a
look at it
missions
like that.
organization, so I'm like, that's a lot more than I'm going to make when we're
Right.
a missionary
And
job.
then in 2 weeks, that's $3,000. At the end of the month, that little 4%, like,
Yeah.
that 4 delta is like a couple grand.
In an
Yeah.
hour.
Well, 6 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in an
Right?
hour, if we make
That's crazy.
In an
It is
hour, if
crazy.
we make $300, I'm
Right.
thrilled.
A
'cause
day,
it
yes.
takes me a few days to earn that, right?
But I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like we just take our win and celebrate consistently. It compounds. So, I mean, and that's, if you just left it in there, I mean, it would be more than 6,000.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because it'll compound
Yeah.
in how many days? Like, I'm not. 20 days in a month.
Okay.
Wait, no, sooner than that. I can't even do
At
the
what
math in
percent?
my.
At what percent?
At,
4 or 5?
at the delta that it's producing. So 300 a day. 300 is 600. Well, let's just keep it on the weekly. So, in other words, you end up buying more contracts the more wins you get, right? Sticking to your 4 delta. And then you have the compounding effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
So you're saying you take the winnings and just keep buying more contracts.
Yeah.
So 300, so not.
Well, do skim your profits.
Oh, so then
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
You
skim-
wanna
only
take
skim
50%.
if you're only skimming once a week, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And then you're taking.
I'm taking
that's a good
50% of my
that's an interesting
profits.
strategy,
Yeah,
yeah.
50% of what I made that week, I'm taking out, and I will let the rest of it like trade. Yeah, and so you'll compound. Wow, that's gonna compound to more than $6,000 a month. That 300 a day.
Yeah, if you size it up.
So I mean,
not
that's
there
an
yet.
excellent strategy. I'm not knocking at it. I mean, but you will be in 30 days. So if you consistently do
consistent.
the 12-to-1 wide wings for Delta, and it's producing 300 a day, that's outstanding. I think that's outstanding. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. Is like just scale back up, compound just like that, and yeah, be happy.
Yeah.
I like that I like the strategy you were trying on Friday.
Yeah.
Once it reveals the bias, and then 2 levels, because that should be super safe.
That should be super safe. That should be gold, huh?
Unless.
And that's 1 trade a day.
Yeah.
And the premium on that was really good.
But the interesting thing was.
It was,
like,
I think, it was a 2-to-1 trade.
Yeah, almost.
Or no,
Well, you got
it was
I think
1 to
you did
1.
160. Is what your credit was 160.
Oh yeah, I had to negotiate that, huh? Yeah,
So
because I didn't get my first price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did notice, and I still notice, I don't know if most days are like this, but like almost every day this week there was this long consolidation period, which you
Yeah.
could have gone probably 2 or 3 trades at 25 to 30%
Yeah.
in that consolidation period.
Yeah.
So you'd have like theoretically you could do like one really wide one in the morning, 2 levels apart, and then you could do some probably closer ones.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times during the day and just get 25%.
Yeah.
Leave the big one on,
Yeah.
right? And then do a 12-to-1.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so the possibilities are.
Yeah.
really-
That's a good trade. I call that a compression condor.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. That's why.
Yeah, that is
That's
a
what made me
good
think about it.
compression condor.
Yeah.
And it does produce profits. I've done it. That's the one I do. I'll probably start doing it again. I had unlimited day trades though.
okay.
Yeah, I was going crazy, man. Like $1,000, 15 minutes, you know, and I'm in and out, bam, bam. But it was only like 10%, 15%.
Yeah.
Because the
dollars
contracts
are great.
were so high. I was buying so many contracts, and the profits would come so fast to where I would just take it and exit.
Sure.
I'm not.
smart.
Well, that was smart until I started getting greedy. Yeah.
Well, and it's hard sometimes to recognize the greed. That's what I'm.
No, God tell me.
Did he? Okay, well, good. Because I don't always recognize. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. And then it's like, no, Melanie, just be content. Let's just stay with this.
That's what I think the key is. One thing I just think is like, I think this, because I've heard you say 25% gives you 90% wins. And so I've kind of watched that and I'm like, yeah, almost every trade goes to at least 25%.
At some point,
Almost
it's
everyone.
gonna be them 25%.
And it might only be there for a minute
Yeah.
or 2 minutes.
Yeah, but it's there.
And if you got your order there,
Yeah, you're out.
you've withdrawn your money.
Yeah.
So take the money, do it
Take the
again.
money. Yep.
Yeah.
4 days, that's 100%. Yeah.
I was telling him though, crypto's been really good for me. I think it kind of breaks through great. It has broke for me anyway, because for the amount of time I've been in the market and the way it goes, you have to have the tolerance to watch your portfolio just go up and down and not get emotionally connected
Yeah.
to it. And just like for me, I'm just holding out on words that the Lord has given and just go, okay, it's in the toilet right now. I'm like, if I think about how much money I've lost, I could be really depressed.
But you're still up.
I know, but still, Bear, if I would have sold at the top,
Yeah.
Well,
It has trained me to like.
I mean, well, I was gonna see if I could pull up like XRP real quick. Since we're talking about it, I should have been did this when you were talking about it.
I'm sorry. We probably are keeping you for too long.
I'm keeping you.
I can pull up the price of XRP.
I had.
Well, I wanted to see the market structure and just look at it. XRP.
It's
Oh, there it is.
$1.41.
Is that
That's a
Bitwise?
really good price.
That's Bitwise, right?
No, I'm looking at crypto.com.
This is the underline.
I don't know what. Oh, that's an ETF. You don't want to do ETF.
Oh, that's not it then, huh?
No.
XRP.
If this, it
Which
looks like
one?
this place is in pairs. You want either plain XRP or you want to do XRP USD or USDC.
USDC. Or plain pairs. Oh,
I-
XRP plain. Right there.
I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with this. What app are you on?
This is TradeStation.
Oh, trade. I don't know.
What are you Thinkorswim also?
No,
What do you-
I use Kraken and Crypto.com.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. Well, I don't know.
And then they have like they're just see this is because I don't know how to do all the complex charts, but I'm learning. But they have you can put in 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, and you can look at the they'll show you like what the pattern is over a period of time.
Oh, darn.
But I could tell you what the pattern is because I follow it. It's like in October.
Well, I wanted to show you that it is the same in terms of market structure. Bitcoin, is that on here? I just wanted to compare. Show keyboard. What did I see XRP on Bitcoin? Oh, no. I don't know if that's even the Bitcoin. But when you go crypto,
Yeah, that's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like $71,000
that is not Bitcoin.
today, I think.
Shoot.
Yeah, 71.
I don't know how to find it. What was I looking at? What was it? What did I see crypto on? I had something.
Well, it's on. Isn't crypto on the? What's the one we were using in here today?
Thinkorswim?
No,
TradingView.
It's on
Oh,
TradingView.
I don't have TradingView. Darn
That's
it.
why we use TradingView because I had
Because
it for
it's on
crypto.
It's on
And-
everything, huh?
And then you can do stocks on there too.
Yeah, you can do everything there. Shoot. I wanted to pull up the market structure so I could show you how this works on that, and you can see where the highs and the lows, and you could see where they target the same way with cryptocurrency as they do with SPX and everything else. Anything that's traded has a structure to it, and it's all based on supply and demand. And the hedge funds, they invest in crypto. They move the price to where they can get liquidity. They absorb it, and then they move to the next target. And so it's the same probabilities. So in other words, for you, like you like to buy it and hold it. So you just wait for the dip, right? And you can see where it's going to go based on the chart. Like you see where it's going to go, and then that's where you buy it, and you see where it's going to, they're going to target on the upside. And then you do like they do. You can sell it and buy and sell.
The hard thing about the thing with crypto though is that the last 4 cycles have been consistent in how like every 4 years they have these cycles. But I think
every 4
the
years.
cycles are changing. I don't think we're not. I mean, just watching it, just this last cycle, we're not following what should be doing. There's things that are deviating, and I think that's why one of the things I think is kind of some evidence that the financial system is changing. I think there's things that, the institutional money is doing to try and, same thing as stock. They're wanting to gobble up this crypto at certain prices, and so they're manipulating the market up and down because it's not following the patterns that it should be following. So I don't know. So I think something's going on. I think like what would be normally we should be in a bull run right now, and we're not. But I think it's going up a little bit right now, and I think there'll be something we're gonna go hit bottom pretty soon, and then I think we'll go back. I think it's gonna shoot up. That's based on more short-term patterns, and prophecy. So that's what kind of scares me about it a little bit. I shouldn't say it scares me, but why I'm cautious is a better way to say it.
Caution's good.
Because we're not following the historical patterns, and crypto doesn't have the kind of historical patterns that the stock market does. But it's like, well, I can't go, well, it's in this pattern, and we know.